Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks for clicking on 5 News Web News. I'm Brittany Hoke. It's Friday, February 1st, and it is a snowy day out there right now.
It is a snowy day out there. I am Matt Heckle. Let's take you on to what we've been following so far today. A Marion County woman is dead after an accident in Upshur County last night.
That's right. It happened a little bit after 7:30 this morning at the intersection of Route 33 and WBUC Road. Now, 22-year-old Portia Heston was crossing Route 33 East when she was hit by another driver. The impact of that crash sent Heston's car across the road where it was hit by a pickup truck. Heston died from her injuries. An investigation is now underway. If you have any information on what happened, you're asked to call the Buchanan Police Department at 472-5723. Meanwhile, no injuries in this accident, but Route 73 had to be shut down for a while yesterday when a coal truck ended up in a creek in Taylor County. Investigators do not think that the weather was to blame, but they did say that the truck somehow lost control and ended up in Booth's Creek just before 10 o'clock Thursday morning. The truck was in the creek for about an hour and a half, but Route 73 was shut down for much longer. The driver was not hurt. And with the bad weather we've had outside today, emergency officials are urging you to be extra cautious out there on the roads.
Yeah, the two biggest tips that police have are, one, make sure your car's ready for this weather, and two, really just slow down out there. Now, you can see in the video we're about to show you that it wasn't really easy driving on I-79 in parts of Harrison and Marion County yesterday. Snow showers coupled with blowing wind made it almost impossible to see 500 feet in front of you. Luckily, though, there weren't any major accidents, and police want to keep it that way. In order for that to happen, they say it's important that your car is ready for the weather. That means you need to make sure you have tread on your tires. It's also not a bad idea to keep your headlights on if it gets a little gray outside. Officers also wanted to urge drivers to take it easy. They say the speed limit that's posted on the signs is designed for clear conditions, and if you're seen zipping around with snow and ice on the road, they can pull you over and cite you for driving too fast for the conditions.
And that's one of the things that you can and will be cited for if you should have an accident due to your negligence in traveling too fast on roads that are hazardous.
And officials from the county's 911 center had a few additional tips. For drivers that have 4- and all-wheel drive vehicles, they don't stop or steer better in icy conditions. Officials also say it's a good idea to give yourself a little extra space in between the car in front of you. It's also not a bad idea to avoid using cruise control. You'd also be wise to give yourself a little extra time when heading out. We're going to have a few of those more tips listed on our website. Well, at least 2 people are dead following a bombing outside a U.S. embassy in Turkey. Susan McGinnis has the latest.
Police swarmed to the scene of the bombing outside the U.S. Embassy in Ankara, Turkey. A suspected suicide bomber set off an explosion at a security checkpoint, killing himself and at least one other person. Another victim was taken to the hospital in an ambulance. The names and nationalities of the victims have not been released. No group has claimed responsibility for the bombing. Islamic militants tied to al-Qaeda have been active in Turkey. A police official said security cameras around the embassy captured 2 people who may have been involved. The U.S. Embassy is located near the German and French embassies. The area is now closed off to journalists. Susan McGinnis, CBS News, Washington.
Well, it was a rough day for former Senator Chuck Hagel at his confirmation hearing on Capitol Hill yesterday. Hagel faced tough questions from his former Republican colleagues about his past statements on Israel, Iran, and Iraq. Hagel responded to say there is no one vote or one statement that defines him. White House officials believe Hagel will still win confirmation next week. And let's take a quick look at what our newsroom's working on for tonight. First up, it's Go Red Day, and people across the area were taking part. We're going to tell you what they were doing for it.
That's right. Plus, sheriffs and police are upset about possible new gun control laws. We're going to tell you what they have to say, and a blast of winter weather made for treacherous travel today. Are we in for more this weekend? Well, Chief Meteorologist Ken Meehan has a look at your first alert forecast tonight on First at 5 and 5 News at 6.
Yeah, and that's what's making headlines today. Be sure to tune in tonight at 5 News First at 5 and 5 News at 6.
Have a great day, everybody.